As we get older, it becomes more and more important to keep our legs strong and sturdy. If you feel like your legs aren't quite as strong as they used to be, or you struggle with your balance, or maybe you've recently had a fall, then this yoga video is for you. I'm Mikah from Yoga with Mikah. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell to be notified each week when I release new therapeutic yoga videos here on YouTube. We'll start standing. Actually, the whole sequence will be standing, and I encourage you to keep a chair nearby, or it would be great if you just had a wall, something for support, because we'll be doing a bit of balance. Okay, and then come to a comfortable stance with your feet about hip distance apart, arms down by your side. Just connect with your breath for a moment, in and out the nose. Good, and just feel your feet grounded down strongly on the mat. Little light bend in the knees. And then I want you to pretend like you are trying to stretch out the yoga mat between your feet. So it's like you're moving your feet outward without actually moving them. And notice what muscles that turns on in your legs. And maybe you have just a little bitty bend in the knees. Continuing to breathe, noticing the strength and stability of your lower body. So I'd like you to keep that throughout the class today. Keep that feeling, that sensation of the feet actively pressing down and drawing outward. Okay, now with that, let's start to rock forward. So shift your weight to the balls of the feet, but not so much that you fall over. And then shift your weight back to the heels. Good, and just back and forth a couple of times. Noticing what muscles have to turn on in your legs to support you here. Support you as you move. Back up to center, and now let's do side to side. So shifting your weight all to the right foot, and then all the way to the left. Just play with that a little bit. Maybe even letting one foot come up off the mat just a bit. And then eventually making your way back to center, feeling the stability of both feet on the ground. All right, maybe hold on to something, lift up one knee, and simply circle through your ankle and take it the other way. Just warming up our feet a little bit here. Set that down, lift the other knee, and circle through the ankle. Good, and then take it the other way. Okay, both feet down, and now a little deeper bend of the knees. So this can still be really light. It's like you're sitting back in a stool. Okay, and keep the arms by your side for now. Good, bend in the knees, weight in the heels, really all through your entire foot, but especially back in the heels. And if you are one of my people with knee discomfort, or if this bothers your back or hips, I don't want you to go any deeper than this in this flow we're about to do, okay? All right, so go ahead and inhale and straighten your legs. Exhale, sit back into that chair and reach your arms up in front of you. That chair or that stool, depending. Inhale, straighten your legs, stand up, arms back down by your side. Exhale, sit your hips down and back, bending your knees, maybe a little deeper this time. Good, inhale, straighten. Exhale, sit down into your chair. Good, inhale, straighten and rise, and this time we'll hold. Exhale, sit down into your chair. Now, find your spot where you feel sensation, but not pain or discomfort. Okay, you want to feel your legs working, feel the strength, and let's bring in that action that we talked about at the beginning of our class today, of the feet actively pressing down and trying to stretch the yoga mat out, so dialing them outward, and notice how that might change things a little bit. With that engagement, breathe just a couple more breaths here. And then straighten your legs and stand up. Whew, that feels good. Okay, you might want to hold on to something here for a little balance. We'll first kick your bottom. Just alternate legs. And then both feet plant down. Shift your weight to your left foot and let the right heel come up to your glute. Okay, now I want us all to start here and actively draw the heel up towards your glute to strengthen the back of the right leg. And if you start to get a cramp, you can release that a little bit. Good, now feel free to stay here, or you can take your right hand around for the foot. If it's there, pull the heel into the glute for a little front of the thigh stretch here, okay? And if you're here, a little bend in your standing leg, draw in the low abdomen, and maybe even play with your balance if you want to take this left hand on your heart. And use that hand as a reminder to lift your chest into your hand for good posture. Breathe. And then let it go, release, and let's go right to the other side. Shifting your weight to the right foot, letting the left heel actively draw up to your bottom. Hold here for a moment, feeling the glute engage, the back of the leg. And then option to take the left hand around for the foot. If it's there, pull it in towards you. Draw the low abdomen in, little bend of your standing leg. Standing up tall and maybe taking the option to balance. Maybe a hand on your heart. Slow, steady breath. See if you can keep a soft gaze, a soft focus. That will help your balance. And then go ahead and let that go. Both feet plant. Widen the stance of your feet a little wider than hip distance. Hands on your hips. And draw circles around. This is one of my favorite ways to reset. I always see it as a bit of a reward after a lot of balancing or strengthening. And then take it the other way. And slowly rise back up. Toe heel your feet in. Great, and you can do one hand on the chair or on your heart. And the other hand on your heart. So you may have both hands together, or you may have one on the chair. Okay, shift your weight to your left foot and let the right knee float up in front of you. This does not have to come up super high, right? Maybe even the toe is tapping down for support. And set up your balance here. So feel your left glute engage, feel the left foot press down actively into the mat. Good, and now inhale here. And exhale as you open the knee out to the side. Inhale as you draw the knee back in. And exhale as you open it out. Inhale, knee comes back to center. And last time, open that knee out and come into your tree pose. So the sole of the foot comes anywhere on the side of the left leg. And the toe can even be down as a kickstand here for support with the heel drawing into the ankle. So find your sweet spot, little micro bend in the standing leg, and then draw into the center line, which just means feel that energy moving inward. Feel your foot press into your leg and your leg press into your foot to help engage. And then keep the breath soft and steady. Now from here, we're going to play with something. Play with sitting into your hip, okay? So sit down into the left hip like you're letting go of engagement of your lower body, and then you're getting that engagement back. You press that foot into the mat, engage the glute, and stand up straight. Good, and let's just do that a few times. It's like you're sitting into the hip and then pressing back up to where you were. Good, and you might start feeling a little bit of the burn. I know I am. And this just means our lower body is building strength, which is exactly what we want. Good, okay. Bring that knee back forward, breathe in, and breathe out as you set it down, both feet on the ground. Good, we'll go right to the other side. And you can keep the right hand on the chair or to your heart. So left knee lifts up. Find your stance here. Feel the right foot planted down actively. Even your low abdomen drawing in a little bit here. Good. Breathe in where you are. Breathe out as you open the knee out to the side. Breathe in as it comes back. Breathe out as you open. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good, one more time, breathe in. And this time as you breathe out, we'll hold and then come into your tree pose, whatever that looks like for you. Drawing into the center line, feeling your long spine. And then sit into the right hip and then press up out of it. And do that just a few times, really feeling this glute engage and support you. Making sure you're not losing your breath. Good. Now next time you come up, bring the left knee back in front of you, breathe in. Breathe out as that foot comes down, both feet on the ground. You can prance it out a little bit, shake it out. And then one final stretch before we call it a day. You can use a wall and press your palms into the wall, or you can use the top of a chair here and step back into our version of downward facing dog here. So ears come in between your shoulders. You're stepping basically as far back as you can so we can get a nice long spine here. Keep a little bend in the knees to start. And I don't want to see a lot of rounding here, especially in the low back. So think of tilting the pelvis forward, which just means you're basically going to stick out your bottom a little bit. And that's the best way I've discovered to explain it, so please forgive me. Just breathe here, and it's almost like you're pressing away from the chair to feel the length of your spine. You can start to play with straightening one leg at a time. And if it feels good to straighten both and stretch the back of your legs, you can. Let's all breathe in together, in through the nose. This time, sigh it out your mouth. One more time, inhale and exhale. Good, and then walk back up slowly. You might be a little dizzy, so take your time coming back up to the chair or just coming back upright, standing tall. Once again, both feet about hip distance apart, arms by your side. Just take a moment of stillness and notice how it feels to be still after all that movement. Reconnecting with your breath. Draw your palms together in front of your heart. And I will see you next time. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for today's class. Before you head out, make sure you subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment down below so we can connect. I will see you next time.